best way.
How do you deliver it? What's your best delivery?
So what I like to do is I like to get on the roof, and then I like to kick a football off of the roof. And Hargrove Roofing, know who's on your roof.
Well, the Texas Longhorns will have to replace him at kicker, Mason Crosby. He's exhausted his eligibility, and the list of Longhorns entering the transfer portal is growing by the hour, it seems. But hey, this is nothing new. You, the college football fan, should be conditioned to this. This is the NIL and portal era. It's not a slight to a program for kids, prospects, to leave the program. This is just where we are. You know, this is what the portal is for. Young men, young women in women's sports trying to seek other opportunities better suited for them. It's not a negative sign for either the young person or the program. We're going to talk about that in episode 499, and we're going to finally let go of the drama and debate that was the college football playoff, the one that Texas with 3 losses will not be a part of, and for the right reasons. But I will say, Texas is one of the top 8 to 10 teams in the country, regardless of record. Hey, Stevie is eager, and so am I. We got a lot to talk about, a lot of change. This is the month of change with college football programs. The Pass Rush with Stevie Lee, episode 499. Let's ride.
All right, here's the most logical college football playoff take you're going to hear. Number 1, Miami's in over Notre Dame. Miami beat Notre Dame. Head-to-head games have to matter. If they don't matter, why the hell are we playing them? Number 2, if Alabama gets in, even though they lost their conference championship game, BYU has to get in, even though they lost their conference championship game. Here's why Texas should be in. Because if everything is comparable, don't tell me about the worst losses. Tell me about your best wins. Don't brag about how a team has a higher floor than another team. No. How high is your ceiling? The college football playoffs is about who can win the most games, not who's going to lose the worst. Hell no.
Hey, Manny Acho had a point, Stevie, and we're going to put this to bed shortly, but are you glad this whole debate is over with?
Yeah, it still needs to evolve a little bit. Yep. Full disclosure for Acho, he has a dog in the fight, so that's why he was pretty passionate about Texas. Man, going before the weekend, I knew that it was going to be tough, uphill battle for us to get in, so it wasn't a surprise for me. But there's debate on what should happen and what should have happened, and people are griping a little bit, rightfully so. And I mean, we have a college football playoffs, and no offense to the little universities out there, but we have James Madison in. Like, we got to think about this. Like, if it's the college football playoffs, are we letting people in that actually could go and compete for it, or are we letting people in to show love to different divisions and conferences? So, where are we? So that has to be answered.
That fair take.
Because I don't think anybody is choosing James Madison to win the championship.
Nobody's choosing Tulane.
No one's choosing Tulane. Yes, they have a chance, but come on. Some of the 3 teams that y'all left out have better chances than those schools. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree, and and it's hard, and we're going to get heavier into the criticism, but in a way in which we're putting it to rest, as you should. Don't be bitter. Don't hate on it. It's just how it's set up, and we have no control over it. It's like politics. We have our views. We can express them, but in the end, it's not going to change for another year, for another season. Hey, in case you're not aware, I'm Sean Clynch, the host of Stories Inside the Man Cave, co-host of this great series, The Pass Rush, with Stevie Lee, the guy to the right, proud native of Shreveport, Louisiana, and proud former Longhorn who played for the great Mac Brown. Hey, be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms. They're all listed right there, and you can subscribe for free to our YouTube page. And we have much love for you and appreciation for you of just following along, commenting, and watching all of these episodes. We may be without the playmaker, Mike Adams. We're all busy. And honestly, December, although short for those working types, as we all are, we're trying to cram a lot into a few weeks because a lot of people will be unplugged here shortly. So we're trying to be productive during our work time. Stevie, we have to give love to our family, the Hargrove family, who make this possible. And they just had their Christmas party in Houston, but that's because they love the great state of Texas and the state of Louisiana. And you are the man who says it the best about this great company.
Hargrove Roofing knows on your roof.
And they know how to party, too.
No question.
And celebrate life and celebrate this beautiful season that is Christmas. I will say change is inevitable. And we're going to get a little bit more into this subject matter, if you will, on what we would change, because there's a lot to criticize. But, it has gotten better since it started, and it actually improved from when it expanded to 12 teams last year, when they put the 4 highest rated conference champions as the top 4. This year it's just the top 4 in the CFP. But the top 5 highest rated conference champions get in to the CFP. That, I will say, I think you only allow G5 programs in if they're in the top 12. That's how I feel.
Got you.
Do they deserve a spot at the table? Yes, if they're in the top 12.
Yep. I like it, Sean.
No,
you can't. I like that.
Or, as I said on Sunday on a TikTok video when I was leaving the beautiful city of Nacogdoches to come back home to Austin, I said, or expand to 16, but we're still going to have the bitching and debating on who's 17, 18, 19, but still have that rule for the G5, or eliminate and have a bracket for the G5 alone to compete for a national championship, the G5 national championship. Have an 8-team playoff for them.
So then we have 2 national champions in NCAA.
Actually,
I guess
3.
we have more than that. Yeah.
You go Power 4, Power 5, G5, FCS at the Division I level. So it can go any ways, or you can just go with the FCS model, invite 24 teams and 4 play-in games, and go that route. That's just it. But you're still going to have bitching and moaning. Well, who's the 25, 26, 27, 2018? That's just how it is.
Yeah.
So with MA absent, I think we got to bring in the Longhorns. They're going. I know they paid a lot of money, all these bowl games for their sponsorship. The Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Stevie, this is obviously you played in 4 of these bowl games, mainly great games. This is in Orlando, Florida. It's also a time now with where we are. You've got kids opting out for the NFL. They're going to wrap up their career. They're not going to suit up for the bowl game. You have kids entering the the transfer portal, I think, which opens January 2nd. And we're going to kind of go through that. But these bowl games, I think Sark said it best, summarizing what it is. It gives the younger kids an opportunity to compete before they enter spring camp, which, as you know, is when the team's really molded.
I'm sure it'll take a little bit of time to get to the final number of who may and who may not play, but that's okay. We've got a really young football team. We've got a lot of good young players that are chomping at the bit for their opportunity to play. We're going to get a lot of extended practice time. Essentially, this is going to turn into another spring ball for us, where a lot of young players are going to get an opportunity to show how much they've grown and developed over the season, and with the opportunity to potentially play in this game where this game doesn't count against their eligibility.
Okay, so that sums up that part where it's not going to count against anybody's eligibility. It's the last game of the year. First off, address what he said about that. Then we'll get into the matchup. You look at the movement on the roster. I mean, I know you guys experienced a little bit, but now this is a regular annual occurrence. You're going to see a lot of people playing more minutes than you probably saw them during the season. I mean, what is your thoughts on this? Because even though you and I are pretty much the same generation era, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the amount of roster changes before a bowl game or CFP.
Yeah, we didn't have it like that when I played.
Right.
I think a couple of guys should have sat out the bowl game, but didn't. There's one guy that played the bowl game and got really hurt and did not, work out for NFL scouts and things like that. So that it's really unfortunate when you do get hurt as a senior going into combines and pro days and things like that. Because honestly, if you're not in the college football playoffs, it's kind of a useless game for you as a senior.
Yeah.
But it actually works for you going into your spring. So I do like what Coach said, getting the practices in, basically 3 weeks of extra practices going into spring ball, showing what you can do, showing coaches what you can do. Maybe somebody have a breakout bowl practice and the coaches feel more confident about them playing next season to where they don't have to go out and get somebody else in that position in the portal. So it's also evaluation time.
Yep.
The Citrus Bowl is not a bad bowl. It's a good bowl. And we're playing Michigan. And so there's good competition in that bowl. So all the underclassmen that are staying here and that's bought into the Texas system, just go out and have a great practice, have great 3 weeks of practices, and show up at the game and be professional. And that may earn your spot for next season, and definitely get momentum going into the spring ball.
But when you look at this roster movement heading into the Citrus Bowl, which is on New Year's Eve, I think we knew this was coming. Sark, the recruitment of Anthony Hill, number 0, he flipped him from A&M to Texas, and he has had a tremendous career. He made an impact immediately. It's not a question to you, Stevie, of whether you agree or disagree. He's done. He's not playing another game as a Longhorn. And that's the bittersweet part of this. But I think he's done all he can as far as NFL stock, right? Or do you think he could elevate it at all?
No, I think that at this point he has enough game film to where scouts can go and scout him and things like that. I agree with him not playing, just because like I said, I lived it. A teammate of mine got hurt and did not go on to play in the NFL over a meaningless to him Holiday Bowl. Right? So that person missed out on potentially making millions just because he played in the Holiday Bowl. And so I think that Hill is making a business decision, and we have to applaud him and support him in that. And I know people are still out there like, man, I wish these guys would play in the bowl game and things like that. It's a business decision, guys. It really is. And yes, I want to see him suit up in a burnt orange again, but he has to make the best decision for him and his family and for generational wealth that he can accumulate. So I don't fault them for it. It just sucks the way it's set up right now.
So continuing the roster movement, depending on when you're watching this, so far, the guys who have entered the portal for Texas, Trey Owens at quarterback, running back C.J. Baxter, kind of a surprise, but that injury really derailed he just wasn't the same. Melvin Hill, the defensive tackle, Will Stone, early in the year, the kicker, and then Connor Stroh, the offensive lineman. I believe he started 5 games for Texas. I mean, there is no criticism of any guys who are wanting to transfer out. But when you see this list growing and you look at what Texas may be returning, is there anything concerning for you? Because this is really if you're looking at their 4 deep at their positions, they just had an amazing signing class, early signing class. You know they're going to – there's that thumbs up. Thumbs up for the CFP Aggies. It did it again. When you look at – they're going to fill some spots in the portal. Sark and that coaching staff are going to be have been and probably are shopping as we speak. What are we looking at with this? You see who's entering the portal right now, and probably there's going to be many more. Where do you go? Where are you looking for in this portal?
Well, I'm looking for a badass running back. I'm looking for a couple more offensive linemen. I know this line is new, and we had a kid that got hurt in camp. Yeah. What was his name? I can't remember. Was it Will?
Is it Christian Clark?
I think so. So he'll be back, depending on how bad the injury was. But we still need some more depth. So we need a running back, a little more depth on the O-line, and we need to go and find a number 1 receiver. Like we did, what's the kid that came from Georgia? Golden?
Oh, yeah. You got to have a portal, a difference maker.
Yeah, a difference maker at running back and receiver. Now, do we have any holes and on the defensive side? Maybe. So we may need a
safety, perhaps.
Safety. I was going to say safety, and an outside linebacker to try to replace Hill, but everybody else is solid. I know we're losing. Who are we losing? Taft, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, somebody that can kind of pull that slack a little bit. So, and we may have the depth on the depth chart already, but those are the things that I would want to look for. Now, we also need a kicker because Shipley came in and took over Burt Auburn, and Shipley did very well. Now he's gone.
So we need a punter too.
We need a punter. Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, though, we may have that on the roster already, but those are things that we need to look at, the guys that are leaving.
Yeah. I think it will all work itself out. I think fans have got to be patient, but be excited too, because when you shop this portal, it's a fine line. You could go get a lot of talent, but they've got to be a fit into the program. It makes me wonder if Wisner is going to opt for the NFL.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. They had 2 running back signees, Jet Walker out of Georgetown, and then Derek Cooper, who's a phenomenal back. I think he's rated 5-star running back. And then, I think a lot of people are excited to see what Justice Terry is like as a sophomore. He's at defensive line. There's talent out there, but to your point, bring in a portal guy to help mature and grow these young men at these certain positions. But there are holes, and you got to have a balance of dog and leadership mixed with these young pups.
Yeah, I think that Malik Muhammad is going to be pretty good next year. Hopefully he.
But does he leave?
Hopefully he stays. Hopefully he stays. I think that he does need to stay, though. I saw a lot from him, and he was great at making big plays. But he can do better this season, next season. So hopefully he stays.
Well, to put a wrap, and I know it's Texas fans have got to realize. Listen, the politicking done by Sark and that entire staff and other programs did a phenomenal job. Delivered some valid points to get in, but I'm not asking you to agree with me at all. I just don't think a three-loss team belongs in the CFP. However, they kept Alabama in with 3 losses, the third loss being the conference SEC championship game against Georgia. If you look at Alabama's resume, what they did, very similar to Texas. They got hammered by Georgia, but they beat Georgia early in the year. Texas did not do that, but they also had a bad loss to Florida State. So there's some comparable resumes there. But when you look at this, I know that I just go to the 12 seed and the 11, the 2 G5s, because they were 2 of the 5 highest ranked conference champions. When you look at this bracket, who's your surprise? Or do you just see those top 4 moving on?
I think Texas Tech going to get surprised by Oregon.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Texas Tech, I don't know. I mean, they're good and they on a high, but they're gonna turn into Texas Tech after going into this college football playoffs. What I don't like is seeing Notre Dame and Texas being held out of the college football playoffs and James Madison and Tulane in. They have no chance against these powerhouses. None. And I think that Texas and Notre Dame has a chance. So put the teams that have a best chance of getting to the national championship game and maybe winning it. James Madison will have to go through, Oregon, Texas Tech, either, Alabama, OU, or Indiana. That's just not going to happen, man.
Yeah,
it's not. So, if you're in the room and you took the computers out of it, we don't have the BCS computer anymore. So be human. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yes, hats off to James Madison, but it's just, I'm sorry, right?
No, I get it, brother. I really do.
Yeah,
I really do. Notre Dame. I don't know what's up with that. They said as a team, no, we're not going to a bowl. We're turning it down. And the jokes, the criticism, I think this is a trend, but you can't help but dish out some humor. Usually that sign says,
play like a champion.
Play like a champion. Well, quit when things don't go my way. That's how it looked. And I know there's a ton of criticism. I know there's people saying, hey, you know what? That's basically they're protesting this college football playoff. Notre Dame started the year 0-2. Lost to Miami. Who knew that loss to Miami would be the decisive factor and would be the decision maker for their season into the CFP?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And then they came back and lost to A&M at home. Yeah. So, both their losses early in the season were to college football teams.
Yep. CFP participants.
CFP participants. And did James Madison play any?
I have not studied. All I know is that Ole Miss destroyed Tulane this year.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Ole Miss is in the CFP.
Yeah, man. I hear you. So, It's just,
Man,
yeah.
I don't know. It's the system's got to change. I would venture to say you've got to go to 14 or 16, and you can only have these G5s in if they're in the top 12. That's it. Bottom line. Or let the G5 secede and create their own bracket, because they're never going to – I just don't see them winning a national championship in the CFP era. So there's a growing list of teams which said, hell no, we don't want a game. Notre Dame is not alone, brother. Look at this list. Who turned down a bowl game? For various reasons, not all are the same. You know, Baylor, I understand. Let me add some context to this. Baylor turned it down. Essentially, they have a losing record. These are teams and Auburn turned it down because they've got essentially a losing record. I mean, we have too many bowls. Too many bowls.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is not a good sign for the future of bowl games. Do you see this happening?
No, I don't. I don't like it. I would love to know everyone's reasoning for why they turn down bowl games, because one, there's money for the program at a bowl game, and two, those practices are invaluable, man.
Yes.
Though practicing up to the bowl game, like that, those are very, very important to me. When Texas went on its downward spiral back in those Charlie Strong days and early on in the Herman days, trying to get real practices after your last game of the season, it just can't happen. And then so you're behind the 8 ball going into next season, I feel like, you know.
I feel the same way.
You don't go to a bowl, you miss about 15 practices. Easily. Am I correct?
Well, most of them, but there's one.
Let's say 10.
Well, there's a couple of bowl games which, you know, there's one in like a week.
Yeah.
You know, and it's if you go, I mean, I'm trying to find this information for you. So, like, these teams, most of these have losing records. So this is their way, these bowl games, trying to find enough bowl-eligible teams with 6 wins. I mean, look at this. The famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Washington State, Utah State, both 6-6. It's I don't know, man. And then UTSA got in. You know, they reached bowl eligibility. But a lot of these teams, man, they just like here's another one. The Birmingham Bowl. Georgia Southern 6-6 taking on 5-7 Appalachian State. Come on, man. All right, man. Indiana knocked off the Slay the Giant. Number 1 seed now. They beat Ohio State. Man, I love their quarterback. And he was asked why or how has Indiana been able to do this last 2 years?
To give all the glory to God. We were never supposed to be in this position, but by the glory of God, the great coaches, great teammates, everyone we have around us, we were able to pull this off. Whoever thought the Hoosiers would be here, but now the Hoosiers are flipping champs. Let's go!
You guys call yourself a bunch of misfits who found the right home at Indiana. Why was this the right place for this group?
It's the right place. We're process-oriented. We're going day by day. Whether it's the offensive line, the defense, the coaches, special teams, we're all process-oriented to one goal. That's our thing, is we're brothers. We can drag teams into the deep end because we know that we're going to stick together and we're the strongest glue ever.
Sounds just like their coach, Signetti.
Somebody get that kid a job, man. He's going to be in front of the camera one of these days.
That dude
calling
is phenomenal.
Football.
Indiana's – that's a – program built from nothing.
Yeah.
And Signetti has done an amazing job, and they call themselves Misfits, knocking off Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game. What percentage of a chance are you giving these Hoosiers to winning the national title?
Ooh, it's a high percentage. They can do it. They just look good. They look good. Let's see. Golly,
I'm giving them a 40% chance.
40%. I was gonna say 50. So it's almost Hoosiers or bust almost. So,
well, they'll play the winner, I believe. I think they'll play the winner of Oklahoma, Alabama.
Yeah. Golly, if I had to put money on it, I think I will put it on them.
But, I'd be curious to see how OU's defense up against Indiana.
Yeah. I hear you. Actually, I'm sorry. Let me take that back because I don't think I will bet against Kirby Smart right now.
In Georgia?
Yeah.
They flipped the switch.
They did. They turned it on.
They beat Texas.
They turned it on, and I see them getting better.
That's a Kirby Smart traditional type team.
Yeah, they get better throughout the season. What the product you see at the beginning of the season is not the product you see at the end of the season.
Well, let me ask you this. Does Ethan Mendoza win the Heisman?
Oh, man. I'm going to plead the fifth. I'm not sure.
Are you pulling for your guy, Diego Pavia?
Excuse me. No, not Diego. I just don't like him or his family. His brother really turned me.
I get it.
Way, rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know, man. And the arrogance of him is a little bit off-putting for me.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But
he brought some swagger to Vandy, though.
He did what?
He brought swagger to Vandy.
Yeah, but Vandy's going to be Vandy again, just like Baylor became Baylor again.
Well, they just signed the number one quarterback in the country. They stole him from Georgia, I flipped him from Georgia.
Okay.
And I like Clark Lee, the head coach of Vandy. No politic and no campaigning, really. After the CFP was announced, he said, well, we had our chances against Alabama and Texas, and we didn't do it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who's not whining, and I know you're going to hate me for saying this. Man, I really love watching the 4 seed, the Red Raiders, Texas Tech. They're scrappy, play with a lot of heart, and they have a linebacker who might win the Heisman. So does Texas Tech have a chance? Well, ask BYU head coach Kalani Sitake. They lost to Tech twice, and it wasn't even close. And Sitake, after losing to Tech at the Big 12 championship, all he had to say was, this Tech team is for real.
Well, I think if you look at what Texas Tech's done, they're the best team in the country for a reason. Their only loss came when they didn't have their starting quarterback, and so that's difficult and on the road. But you look at when they're full strength team, they're dangerous. And so I'm not on the playoff committee, but I can tell you one thing: who's played the best team in the country twice? We have. And does that mean that you're not one of the best 12? I have no idea. I'm not in that committee. I don't make the decisions, but others will find out. That's the great thing about the playoffs. Everybody else will find out what we had to go against.
Are you buying that?
I was with him until he said the best team in the country twice.
He did. He sure did. That's his opinion. Yeah,
that's his opinion, I guess. But no, I'm here for it, man. I do hate Texas Tech, but if you are an objective football fan, you can see that they have something special in Lubbock right now.
That it's not so much they have an abundance of talent at every position. they have football players.
Yeah.
And they just have this it factor. I mean, they play for each other, and they play these guys at Tech are playing how coaches want each of their players to play. Hard, physical, execution. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They just don't need their quarterback to go down and get hurt, because at one point both of them were hurt, the starter and the backup. But, you know, they've got it. Running back from Austin, another one from the Austin area, coming up after Taj Brooks. Now he's in the NFL. They've got some dudes now. And, you know, and people are talking about how much they spend on this roster. I don't care. You can spend all you want. If this, you know it, you can bring all the talent in the world. But if you don't mix as a team and that locker room isn't straight, you're not doing anything.
No question.
That's it.
Yep.
Stevie, I got it. Since we're about to enter bowl season, I got to get a special story from you. Man Cave story time. It's been a while for Stevie Lee. Is there any bowl game you remember that there's a funny, amusing story that you really haven't told a lot about or often?
Oh, man. I guess let's go back to my last game. Playing against Michigan is fitting because we're playing Michigan again this year in the bowl. But we played them in the Rose Bowl, my last game, January 1, 2005.
Yep.
I was on the field goal team where Dusty Mangum kicked that field goal through the uprights. I was the left guard on field goal. And I block. My man did not get any kind of push. And as I'm leaning on him, I look up and see the ball go through the goalpost. And I just took off running. I don't remember anything after that. I think I came to when I was directing the band in front of.
Oh, that's right. You were.
I don't remember anything else. My wife was a cheerleader at the time, so she was running all over the field doing her thing with cheerleaders. Apparently, I grabbed the flag, the huge Longhorn flag from the cheerleader, and was waving it in the middle of the field. And then I went to go direct the band. I don't remember any of that.
You were riding high on adrenaline.
I was on adrenaline, running around the stadium, having a good time. Yeah.
As you should.
Yeah.
Hey, when you get those pictures, please send to me. And we'll put them up on social media of you directing the UT band.
I will.
Stevie Lee, we're going to take a quick break. On the other side, hey, there's a couple of Texas football teams at the Division I level who are 2 wins away from playing for a national championship. We'll see you on the other side of this break.
Honest is a strong word, and we all need honesty when it comes to plumbing and HVAC needs. Somebody who will take care of the repairs efficiently and with quality. Honest Plumbing and Air is who I trust, and they take pride in that word. Honest Plumbing and Air, where a handshake still means something.
Dude, look at this.
We showed up here when the sun went down. Hit it hard, kicked it off Friday. You think right now we be heading out, hanging it up. But we're just getting warmed up, just getting started, already fired up. Yeah, this party ain't nothing like it round here. Going down out here, another double shot of crazy in a cup. And we're just getting warmed up.
Biased. Love it.
Bias, a little bias.
Axe 'em Jacks, baby.
Ask them.
Hey, we got a tall task. Tall task Friday night. Stephen F. Austin travels to perennial FCS power at Montana State, Bozeman, Montana. It's probably going to be 25,000 people there in 25,000 seat stadium. It'll be on the ESPN Friday night.
Oh, wow.
The other program, also purple, part of the A&M system, SFA UT system. Tarleton State is in this, also survive.
Wow, that's awesome.
So,
Good stuff.
man, it's beautiful. Man, I'll say this.
Are you going to Bozeman?
Man, I thought about it, but I you know me in cold weather. It's going to be 34 degrees at game time. I have no interest in that.
That's beautiful, man. That's great, man. Just layer up and get in bundled up in the stadium, man.
Look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
No question.
Speaking of layers, Coach Carthel saw me at midfield after the game, and he got me this button-up shirt. It's a honey shirt, QU, something the brand, and then had it embroidered with the SFA logo on it. And I wore it, and I had, to my defense, I had another layer underneath it. It's a short sleeve shirt, another long sleeve layer underneath it. And he looked at me and he goes, "Man, we should have got you an XL." It's a medium. He says, "Spiller, we should have got you an XL."
Oh my goodness. That's funny.
Oh man. So hey, good luck to Tarleton and the Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks, man. Let's make it to the Final Four. And maybe Nacogdoches and we'll host another round of semifinal if they beat Montana State and if Montana loses at home, which chances of that happening 1%. 1%. Texas high school football, Stevie, it's dwindling down even more. But, man, some amazing teams from the Austin area are one win away from playing for a state title. Lake Travis going up against its two state powers, Galena Park North Shore out of Houston, Austin versus Houston, and then Vandergrift and C.E. King out of Houston. I think Hank Carter and that group at Lake Travis have done a phenomenal job this year. It's been a few years since they've been back to this round. Vandergrift, I think Drew Sanders has done the best job defending state champions 6A Division II to get them back to one win away from playing for it again, man. I thought they were in a rebuilding year. And then Llano representing the Hill Country, and then Shiner, they win every year.
Yeah.
It's the good beer down there. Good beer. Good beer.
Hey, man, tell me something good.
It's always something good to talk about. You say you love the cold. You say layer up. Go ahead, Stevie. Regardless of all the negativity and you being the king of positivity, tell me something good, my brother.
Something good is this is the last week of school, and then everybody's out for Christmas break. I'm looking forward to it, man. I want to get my kids home with me. My oldest one is on her way home on Friday from college, her first semester of college. She's on her way home and going to be here. So I have everybody in my house again. So I'm looking forward to that, man. That's something good for me is everyone's going to be home for the holiday. My daughter is going to be here for a month. Then she goes back around mid-January to Kansas City.
Whole month. Wow.
Yeah. So it's going to be great to have my family back with me.
I love that for you and Summer and both your daughters. Man, that's beautiful. And you get to see the family again here in about a week or so, 2 weeks. All of them. All of them. I'll tell you something good, man. Well, just for you Longhorn fans and Notre Dame fans and others who, you all have a case. The beautiful thing is things change. We probably won't be going through this again. The criticism of the CFP is just, but they have and they will continue to evolve and change this until it's near perfect. It's never going to be perfect. Texas fans, remember this. There were a lot of holes on this offense, a lot to improve upon. 4 new offensive linemen, a new tight end, receivers thrust into being the top receivers, getting the majority of the snaps. You had a lot of NFL talent exit the program, which is a good thing. And you had C.J. Baxter trying to heal. And in Game 9, you also had this new guy at quarterback. You probably heard of him, March Manning. They evolved, just like the CFP is doing. Texas evolved. Mm-hmm. And they were undefeated against their 3 rivals, OU, Arkansas, and Texas A&M, 9-3, and on the cusp of the CFP. You get a New Year's Eve, New Year's Day weekend game. 9-3. To me, that's something good because it shows that there are positive things happening. A rebuilding year at 9 wins. Stevie Lee, I love you, bro. And to you and your family and to you watching this, we appreciate you. And I know I'm long-winded sometimes, and thank you for bearing with me. We'll probably have the Playmaker back on the next reel. That's Instagram. Next episode. And to the great city of Shreveport, home of Hargrove Roofing and the home of the Stevie Lee, and to Nacogdoches, Texas, the home of my college alma mater, Stephen F. Austin, beat Montana State, by the way, to my beautiful hometown, Austin, Texas, and on the edge of the Texas Hill Country. Doesn't get any better than that. And to each of you, wherever you are, much love to you. And to the OG Man Cave boys, that being Hardball Harge, Big Mike, and the Coach Mo. What do we tell them, Stevie Lee?
We out.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Up in my car in the giddy up.
I said get out.